Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, welcome to the show. Great to have you here.
Thanks.
I've got to say to both of you that you are everywhere. You are in every newspaper and magazine I pick up. You create riots when you visit shopping malls. So are you shaken and stirred by all this, or just gobsmacked by it?
Feeling very outside of it. We didn't create it at all. We have nothing to do with it.
And if you feel it feels like it's kind of, you go to enough cities where people scream at you, and you do start to think that this is my job now. I just sort of, I go there, I don't know what they're screaming about, and it's like, you know, that's it. That's what your job is.
Who do you play in Twilight?
I sort of play the eyes of the story. Everything you experience the whole story through Bella, and I play a pretty logical girl. I mean, she's very normal. She's very content. A lot of love stories start out like the girl is searching for something. She needs to be fulfilled, and something's missing. She's very okay with her situation. She gets swept into something that is entirely fantastical and larger than her.
Fight me off.
I've played this, you know, Edward Cullen is he's a guy who doesn't really know why he's around. He's a vampire who's already strayed and killed a bunch of people, but has since decided that's anti my own morals. So he stops that, and then he's living in this kind of purgatory where he's not living by his base instincts, which he'd feel satisfied by doing, and he's also not satisfied by this kind of fake existence of pretending to be a human. And then he doesn't really have anything until he meets Bella, who you know, kind of reveals to him what he needed to see.
Because the books are so popular and they're so read, when it was announced that both of you were cast, people were pretty critical, weren't they? I mean, they were saying, why? They all had their own idea of who it should be. Mm-hmm. How do you react to that?
I feel like Bella is everyone who reads the book is going to think that they're sort of appropriate to play the part, because you project yourself onto her. I mean, like entirely the whole time you're reading it. So I completely understood where they were coming from, because if I would have felt the same way probably if they cast somebody else. Well,
you had it even worse, because you're Edward, the symbol of all gorgeousness and greatness in the world. And how does one play that?
I know. I mean, and I have the kind of opposite reaction of you with it. If somebody else had played it, I'd have the same reaction that all the fans had originally. I'd just be like, even after the movie was out, I'd be like, what is that guy even trying to do? I mean, it was even kind of embarrassing going in for the audition. I mean, the character breakdown was literally, Edward is the ideal being. And even it's like I was turning up at Catherine's house being like, hey. like Fonz impression. Like, for some reason I decided that the Fonz was the way to go with the ideal being.
That didn't come across. I didn't get the Fonz.
I got Luke Perry and the Fonz.
Luke Perry and the Fonz being together would be the perfect person.
That's my perfect man.
I'm cool and I'm undead. You already cast them, right?
Yeah.
I've read something about you sort of sitting in Catherine Hardwicke, the director's bedroom, and just bringing in thousands of the ultimate gorgeous guy in the world to audition them. No. How many came in?
4.
4. Yeah. I suppose we can't really mention that.
No, definitely not.
Who are they?
Where of the 4 did Rob rank on your list of favorites?
I was really disappointed in the choice. I don't really know where it came from.
What did you have to do in this audition with Kristen and Catherine Hardwicke's bedroom?
It was the big meadow scene where I tell her I'm a vampire and say, what?
She demands. I mean, she already knows. That's sort of the point.
Oh. I missed
Sorry to miss the flow.
No, I'm so happy that you both are learning something about each other.
I didn't really know what the movie was about the whole way through it. We did that. We did the meadow scene, and What was the other scene? The biology scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the scene where we try and kiss each other, and then it all goes horribly wrong.
So, like the key scenes.
I know, literally the key scenes. I mean,
everything but the flying.
I know. The meadow scene is literally like 6 pages long, and it involves an entire emotional spectrum from like both characters, and like, she'd already done it like,
oh my God,
4 times before.
Yeah. You're impossibly fast and strong. Your skin is pale white and ice cold. Your eyes change color, and sometimes you speak like you're from a different time. You never eat or drink anything. You don't go out in the sunlight. How old are you?
17.
How long have you been 17?
A while.
When did the two of you feel
See it
comfortable
out loud.
while shooting by doing this? When did you actually feel you had it? It was working. You're still waiting.
Yeah, I don't know how comfortable it ever was. It's like such a strained. It's always hard. It's never easy. Like the whole movie, it's always really difficult for them. So the fact that I was feeling that was probably right, dude. I don't know. I don't think that moment will ever.
No, I mean, yeah, it was always. I mean, it's doing these intense things, you know. It was like, it never really sort of.
We were like, we're doing. Oh man, that was so good. I feel so great about what we just did.
I know. Also, we're like the most annoying people to work with as well.
Why is that?
I know, we were just we didn't want it to be. Do you want to continue this answer? Because I feel like I'm digging a hole for myself.
I do that in every interview. It's fine.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Annoying is
He's just gonna be like, that's not what I meant. But
what?
we're kind of annoying to work with, and that this is the way we behave. The movie on the surface is so like, just like light, and you'd think that everybody would be, or I mean that these two would be happy all the time to have found one another. If you really think about these two people's situations, it's like the farthest thing from happy. It's just sort of like relief, but like really afraid relief. So we caught a lot of slack for not being like cute. We weren't cute.